Hi guys, today is Thursday, March 3rd. Lake level's at 658. The water temp's about 48, 49 degrees, hovering right around in there. I was in St. Louis last week doing the boat show, so I didn't get back to you. I got a lot of input from that. Got back Monday, did some fishing. Been out the last couple days. Fishing has been fair. The water level is starting to stabilize a little bit. We've been around 53 in the back of the creeks, and that's a good place to start fishing. So if you guys get out, you might want to start going to the back and work your way out to about halfway back the creeks. We got a little bit of rain here this morning, but it looks like it's going to clear up. Last night, temps got a little cooler, but the week ahead looks like we're going to stay over that freezing mark. If you get back in the backs of those creeks, the shad balls, the big shad balls, you're going to see them on the graph. They'll actually be busting the surface. A lot of seagulls on the lake, so they'll help tell you where they're at. Any of those shad style baits you can cast in there. If you're in there at the right place, right time, don't go chasing them, because there'll be a wild goose chase. It's on and off as soon as you get there. Secondary points with wind on the north sides of those creek channels are usually the best right now. The north sides usually warm up a little bit faster than they do on the south side, so those fish want to get up there. They want to start warming up. I'm producing a lot of fish on the jerkbait. Finding that deeper water, those deeper channel swings, that's where you want to be around, where that deep water comes in to that transition, whether it's bluff wall to gravel or ledge to chunk rock. That's where they're going to sit. They're coming up, they're eating, and they're going back down. They don't have real far to travel. If you can find a darker rock, the volcanic looking rock, get in there. Those darker rocks will warm up and you can catch a few fish off one of those big boulders. If you can get in there, fire jerk bait in there, throw a fish spin in there. That's where they're wanting to be, is anywhere they can get up and warm up where the shoreline changes. That's a big thing. You got chunk rock banks where the guys are throwing wiggle warts. The Spro rock crawler is still a big player, and you want to parallel the bank. You got two guys in your boat, you're both going to be in the front. You're going to go down the shoreline, you're going to keep the boat in 8 to 10 feet of water, get a long cast, and just work on the outside of those bushes. The colors will vary depending on the day and the water clarity. You get in the back of some of those creeks or some of those banks that have the wind on it, you got to have the wind on it. It'll warm up. That clay going into the water with the wind pushing on it, some of them banks will warm up 5 degrees warmer than they will out in the main lake. So that's what you want to look for. Also catching a few fish around docks using a jig, 1/2 ounce right bite jig, PB&J, or green pumpkin orange, green pumpkin blue. Again, it depends on the day. If you find those deeper docks where they're around those transition areas, you can get a few of those fish off a jig, flipping it into stalls, going all the way around, work it until you find where those fish are positioned. But they're starting to come up, and they'll hang out on those staging areas around docks this time of year. So that's a good place to start. With the lake levels at 658.86, the dam has been generating 5 units the last couple days, and the big water bite is over. The big bite slowed down quite a bit, and those fish are starting to spread back out. With the big water, we've had a lot of the bottom content moved around. So if you guys get out there and you haven't been out there in a while, watch those gravel bars. So be careful you get out there. Some of those gravel bars have changed and moved around, but the shad bite's still going, and the river's always good. So if you guys get a chance, come on down and enjoy the White River.
Go.